Tuesday evening. Let's give it up for the mayor and her birthday one more time. So 29th birthday. Celebrating her birthday with us. Well, like I said, good Tuesday evening. You all look, what I would say, presidential. I mean, it's, is this the way you guys dress at school every day? I'm thinking, no, every day, okay. Actually, you look presidential. Bryce, did you tie that tie yourself? No, okay. But it looks good. It looks good. I get a little help with mine too. So my name is Matt Pavarnik. I'm the CEO of the Greater Topeka Partnership. And it's an honor to be here. I was excited. I found it kind of fun and unique that we're celebrating the future leaders of this community. We're celebrating youth. And so they said, why don't we have a 50-year-old guy kick this thing off? So I get to do that, but I'm going to be fairly quick and then really turn it over to the folks that we want to hear from. You know, I've been thinking a lot about you all and how pumped I am about what you're getting ready to embark on for this community. It occurs to me a lot that the things that we're working on, our elected leaders, our private sector leaders, we're actually working on things that we might not ever get to enjoy. We're planting seeds, and the crops are going to come up when you're the leaders in this community. So why would we do that without your voice? Why would we do that without you at the table? So what are you doing? Am I loud? I kind of like the sound of it. Oh, feedback. So why would we do that without you at the table? So what you're actually doing is so incredibly important, and I'm really excited about it. Here to celebrate, we have folks here to celebrate with us, and so it's my job to recognize, we have several superintendents. Hopefully I don't miss anybody, but Superintendent Stessman, thank you for being here. Superintendent Noble, Superintendent Anderson, Superintendent McWilliams, thank you guys for being here. Any other supers here? Thank you so much. We also have Councilman Jensen here today. Thank you for being here. Our city manager, Brent Trout, is here. Thank you, City Manager, for being here. We have some of our Washburn University leadership. Dr. Eric Grospich, thank you for being here so much. And Dr. Richard Leitke, thank you so much. A little bit of a personal connection with this group. I would just like to say this. We have the trifecta right now. We have Forge, which is our Young Professionals organization. And then we also have new and enthused connectivity to our university students at Washburn University. And then we have completed the trifecta by having you all step up and say, and actually I'm just going to quote one of your members, we want to live in Topeka. We want to come back to Topeka. And so I'm pumped, I'm excited, I'm inspired by you guys. I'm especially inspired by the 5 or so very motivated young leaders that came to us and said, please, came to our mayor and said, please help us get a seat at the table so that we can have a voice, a stake in building the community that we want to live in. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Lindsay. Lindsay is the executive director of Forge, which is our Young Professionals organization. And I'm so excited that you guys have decided to hitch your wagon to the Young Professionals organization and mentor one another. I'm actually looking forward to you mentoring me. I'm looking forward to you mentoring our elected leaders. I'm looking forward to you mentoring everybody in this community, because this is a two-way mentorship. This is us wanting to learn from you, while at the same time maybe we can learn from one another. So with that, let's turn it over. Let's get the microphone out of the hands of the 50-year-old and turn it over to the executive director of Forge, our Young Professionals organization. Thank you.
So as Matt said, I'm Lindsay LeBon. I'm the executive director over at Forge, and we are so excited that you guys have aligned with us. I think our missions are exactly the same, and I think that that's what will take us forward. We really have, it'll plant roots that are hard to deny. And it'll make it harder to leave and even easier to come back to. And I think that we are really excited for that. Again, as Matt said, the two-way mentorship, we can't wait to get started on our first project with you guys and really having a voice for all young professionals, all young talent. And that starts with you guys. And goes through Washburn, which we have an internship through now, and then comes through Forge, and then even on in the community. And we are really excited to have that partnership and align ourselves with you guys. So I just wanted to keep it sweet. And now, Bryce, if you want to come up and kind of tell everyone about what you guys are.
Hello, thank you for all being here. My name is Bryce Lidke, as Lindsay said, and I'm a junior at Shawnee Heights High School. I'm also the acting chair for our newly founded Topeka Youth Commission. So first I want to go back and give you some background, kind of how we got to this and where we started from. So this all started back in July of 2018 when we hosted a summit at the library with youth on boards from Boston. Initially, we wanted to create a youth council that was incorporated within the city, but then we realized as we started kind of going and building our structure that Topeka had the potential for so much more. So from that conversation and kind of talking about our structure and what we wanted to see and where our interests were, we created the all-encompassing county-wide Topeka Youth Commission. So with youth that are passionate about Topeka, like those here with me today, and the help from adult mentors such as Leo Espinosa and Veronica Lysett, and the facilitation of Carolyn Ward, we were able to make this group a reality. The vision of the Topeka Youth Commission is youth engaging adults in partnership to transform our community for the greater good of all. And we are going to accomplish this through our goal of creating a diverse youth commission that will engage adults to provide a voice for youth in the decisions and the policies of government agencies, schools, community organizations affecting lives of young people. So next I would like to introduce McKenna Orton, who is another founding member that has been with us from the beginning.
Hello, I'm McKenna Orton. I'm a junior at Shawnee Heights High School, and I'm also a founding member of the Topeka Youth Commission. As Bryce mentioned, our community has great potential, especially now. Topeka and Shawnee County are brimming with organizations striving to transform our community for the better. Organizations such as the Greater Topeka Partnership, who with Momentum 2022 is working to improve quality of life and place in our community. These efforts directly tie into youth involvement and thus our Youth Commission. These movements for positive change are truly inspiring, and they have created an opportune moment for youth to gain influence in our city and county. This time of change is the perfect chance for the youth voice to come to the table and be heard. We have been and will continue to engage with adult allies, bringing youth and adults together and bringing youth-adult partnerships and improving youth and adult partnerships through training and mentoring is an important part of this Youth Commission. These developing partnerships help create and influence positive policy changes and involve the youth of Shawnee County and Topeka in the decisions that shape their lives. And now I'd like to welcome Nikki Bloomquist to talk about the structure of the Topeka Youth Commission.
Hello, my name is Nicole Bloomquist, and I'm a senior at Shawnee Heights High School and another founding member of the Topeka Youth Commission. Bryce and McKenna did a great job of explaining our vision, goals, and purpose, but you're probably asking, how does it actually work? First, eligible members must live in Shawnee County and be between the ages of 14 and 21. We currently have 23 members ranging in age from 14 to 18. Each member completed a written application, provided a letter of recommendation, participated in an interview, and an all-day orientation. We have a diverse group of young leaders representing different schools and reflecting the broad diversity of our community. Our main tenets are engagement and advocacy. Everything we do centers around engaging youth and advocating for what we want in our community. After a lot of discussion and ideas, we have come up with a structure that allows for youth to engage in the community in ways specific to their interests. We have 3 primary focus areas that are local government, outreach, and community engagement. Local government includes the Top City Youth Council. The Top City Youth Council is comprised of 9 members from the Topeka Youth Commission, each representing one of the 9 city council districts. Jacob Gernon will speak more about that later. The outreach branch will provide youth the opportunity to plan and participate in events, activities, and training opportunities. Within the community involvement branch are opportunities for volunteering and making connections with local businesses. The Greater Topeka Partnership acts as our fiscal agent and organizational entity, providing space for our meetings and administrative support. We will also be aligning with Forge, their young professionals organization, due to our similar goals and aspirations. Now I'd like you to hear from another founder, Lillian Holmberg.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lillian Holmberg, and I'm a senior at Topeka High School and also a founding member of the Topeka Youth Commission. I'm going to be talking about the short-term goals of the Commission. First, we want to secure funding from stakeholders, partners, and businesses. We are seeking financial support from the community to enhance our efforts and support the needs for a staff position and ongoing training and technical assistance. We recently had an all-day training orientation hosted by Washburn University, who is our formal training partner. Next, we want to focus on communication with schools through social media in all parts of the community. Building connections and making ourselves known is a key goal. Finally, we're here to advocate. We want to serve on boards and build two-way mentorships. We hope to be able to advocate for youth ideas through creating resolutions or to offer advice when it is asked of us. Next, I would like to introduce Jacob Gernon.
Hello, everyone. As Lillian said, I'm Jacob Gernon, and I am a junior at Topeka High School and also a founding member of the Topeka Youth Commission. Today, I'm pleased to tell you about the Top City Youth Council, as Nikki said briefly. The Top City Youth Council is a distinct subgroup within the entire Topeka Youth Commission. The TCYC involves more of the local government aspect of the TYC. It consists of 9 members who represent each of the 9 city council districts. And the two-way mentorship between adults and youth is fostered in 2 ways. First, the 9 members meet periodically with their district person, advising them on issues relating to youth in that particular district or the entire city. Second, all 9 members will also periodically meet with the mayor herself, ensuring that a network of two-way mentorship and youth advocacy exists between the 9 members, each of their district persons, and the mayor. The goal of the TCYC is to connect city officials with their young constituents and vice versa. Putting young people's voice at the center of the discussion table within the local government can achieve great things, all advancing the mission of the Topeka Youth Commission. In fact, just yesterday I met with my city council person, Michael Lesser, representing District 9, who told me that sometimes he may think something is a good idea, but a quick conversation with his high school-age son changes that. This is a good snapshot of the power that our unique perspective can do to change the city for the better. The TCYC is an extremely important stepping stone in that direction. Of course, the Top City Youth Council nor the Topeka Youth Commission could not exist without its major ally from the very beginning, the mayor herself. I am pleased to introduce to you the mayor of the city of Topeka, Michelle de la Isla.
I'm getting old because I'm emotional right now. So I don't think that I should get any credit for this, and I'll tell you why. Before any of us dreamt how we could make this happen, Melissa Masoner was a champion for youth. Melissa Masoner is not here today, and I'm looking all around the room because she's not available. And Melissa has a passion that sometimes makes your eyes roll because she just keeps on telling you how she wants something going. And it was just wonderful to see how she was relentless. I think that every single one of the adults in this room talked to Melissa at some point for hours so that we could talk about how we were going to get youth involved. And without her pushing and the hearts of people in this community being interested in hearing all of you, this wouldn't be happening. We all need to have champions, and I think that we really need to recognize her today. So even though she's not here, let's give her an applause. I know that this is being recorded, so for all of you who are from the outside looking at this, other states, businesses, individuals considering our community, take a look right here. Take a look right here. This is the product of Topeka Public Schools, Shawnee Heights, Seaman, and Washburn Rural. This is Topeka made, and this is Topeka pride. This is Topeka. We are Topeka. We are mighty, not just from the level of the superintendents and the leaders in our community like Matt and Brent and all the people that are here supporting them, but we are mighty from the seed. Topeka has good seed, and you guys are an inspiration. So I just want to say thank you for getting on this journey with us. I know sometimes it may get bumpy, but here's the cool thing. We're all going to stick together. We're not asking you guys to be something that you're not. We're asking you to be all of who you are with your diversity, with your experiences, and help us see through your eyes what you want your city to be. And this is just the beginning. I also want to thank City Manager Brent Trout, who knows that I'm going to be running the meetings just like if it was a council meeting those nights that we're going to meet as a team. And City Manager has committed that whenever they need like documentation to get presented, we're going to have our staff presenting to this council. This is not just a rubber stamp kid initiative. This is really an active and engagement of civic duty happening at its best, providing opportunities that are beyond 18 and being able to vote, providing opportunities now so that you guys understand, so that you could be the game changers that we need you to be. So I just want to say thank you to all of you for all of you playing a part. We have a bunch of great things happening, and I'll stop talking so that you guys could have the press ask you guys questions. Thank you so much.
All right, so Bryce and I will stand for any questions. If any of you five want to come up too, so that you guys can help. Yeah.
We are all really excited to be here today, so we're happy to answer any questions anyone may have.
Your first major goal.
Our goal is to get youth to stay in Topeka. I think all of us have learned a lot through this process. And at the beginning, we probably wouldn't have all said that we want to stay here. But through this, we've learned that we love Topeka. So we want other youth to learn that they love Topeka too.
I think if you go around the room and ask, each youth has something different that they have a goal for Topeka. Each of us have our own different interests. And I think that's one thing that makes this group so unique is the diversity that we have, not only in our appearances, but the things that we want to see happen in this community. So I think everyone has their own different goals for this community. Yeah. So the next time we will go through an application process will be next year at our annual meeting, probably around the same time. However, due to vacancies, they can always apply and we can keep those applications. I believe the application can be found at www.tiny.cc/Topeka Youth. It's been a while. Yes. I don't think we've been reached out to by an organization yet. However, that is one of our goals. We definitely would love to serve on boards and have our voice be heard. You can reach us at our email or phone number. So our email is Topeka Youth Commission, all lowercase, no capitals, @gmail.com. And our phone number is 785-422-5644. Do you want to go down the line? I really like working with Forge. One, Lindsay's awesome, but more than that, our goals align perfectly with what we want to see in the community. I think another important thing is Forge brings the perspective of young adults, and we kind of bridge that gap for the age group lower than that. So we purposely made our age range for the Topeka Youth Commission 14 to 21, so that the way there wouldn't be a drop-off between the Youth Commission and Forge, because we know when there's a drop-off and there's nothing to do, people don't want to come back. But if we can keep that excitement going throughout, through the Youth Commission and then transition nicely into Forge, I think that'll be the best, and we can keep more people excited about Topeka.
I personally love that we're working with Forge because we get to see those great mentors and who we're going to be in the future. So seeing people like Lindsay work in our community shows us who we're going to be. After the Topeka Youth Commission, I know that we're all going to still want to stay involved. So it's great that we're learning about Forge from a young age, and so that we'll be able to join it later, like Bryce said. I've learned persistence. If we would have quit a couple months ago, this wouldn't be anywhere. We had to keep going. And of course, with the support of the community, we couldn't be where we are right now. But it's just to never give up. We started this in July and now we're here, and that's amazing. So we just had to keep pushing through. So I know later on in life that's going to apply with any project.
I would agree with Nikki. Persistence is huge. We've had our highs and we've had our lows, but we've gotten to where we are today, and we're really proud of that. Another thing is communication. We have 23 members, so we need to make sure we're all on the same page. We're not working with 23 different initiatives, and rather we're all working as one to create a city that we all want to be a part of.
I agree with them too, but another specific thing, before I started working on this, I didn't really know the intricate workings of the city or the county or Greater Topeka Partnership or Forge or any I had heard of them, but I didn't really know how they worked together. But after going through this process, I definitely learned a lot about that and how it takes a lot of work, but they're doing a lot of great stuff, and hopefully we can all do that together.
Something that I learned is that it's sometimes really essential to speak up and say that you love your city, because when you do that, you'll find a great group of people that say, hey, we love our city too. And I think that when we speak up and say something, that's a leadership quality that can be applied for a lifetime, and other people can join in and form a group that can change things.
I agree that the speaking up has been a big part of this. Through this, I feel like personally I've gained some confidence and public speaking skills, as you can see in this press conference. And so I just think that that's really great, and that we're getting to provide this opportunity for other people to go through these experiences as well.
Yeah. For me personally, I can't speak for how I've changed for Washburn because I've known it, but I can speak to how they've helped us so far. So we've had meetings with Ernie Webb and Dr. Lidke about marketing, which has helped us a lot as we've been creating our logo and trying to brand this new thing. Again, for our orientation that we had on a Saturday, Dr. Gross Pitch was instrumental in helping us with that, creating that, getting speakers for that. In the future, they will also help us facilitate that. Education for us, because a lot of us don't know how to serve on boards, so that's an important piece. We will also be looking at education. And they've also been a mentor to us as well, helping us design how we are going to look.
Yeah, so I agree with Bryce, but it's also there's a pipeline between us, because Washburn University has a lot of youth voices, obviously, that they can help advance our mission, and we can work with them, and that's a cool network that we've set up yeah.
Growing up in Topeka, I never wanted to go to Washburn. I never considered that an option. It's something that you'll hear a lot of students say, I don't want to go to Washburn. But through working with them and seeing how they have provided the resources for us to form, to engage others in the community, it really shows that they're passionate about providing a voice for young people. And I think that that is so important, that a university would step up and say, hey, we're here to help facilitate your needs. We're here for you. And I think that's really awesome.
I just want to add real quick that members or students at Washburn University can apply if they're 21 or younger. So I think that's awesome that we can have some of their students in our group as well. Yeah.
So my name's Aiden Shute. I'm a senior at Washburn Rural High School. I just joined the mission about maybe less than a month ago. Yeah. So, what was your question? Why join? Yeah. So, about a year and a half ago, I was going through some rough patches as a teenager, doing some things that I probably shouldn't have been, and eventually decided that I needed to change, and I wanted to make a difference in my life and in other people's lives. So, my stepmom sent me the link to fill out their application. I was like, that's cool, but I don't know if I can do that right now. Then my teacher sent me the same thing and said, fill this out. So I said, okay, I'll fill it out. And now I'm here, and I've already learned a lot. I went to my first business meeting, and I was the only person in there probably under 30. So it was a really cool experience. I got to learn a lot from how these guys got their ideas and what they had to say about it. What I think I can bring to Topeka Youth Commission, I really love business and I love to serve. And I kind of got away from it for a while because I've been so busy, but I'm wanting to start a nonprofit, kind of focused on mental health because I feel like that's a really big issue right now. So, been working on that, and that's the kind of the stuff that I think I can bring to the table is business. There you go. Right, that's about how it went. That's about how it went.
I'm Cleo Foster. I'm a junior at Topeka West High School, and I learned about the Topeka Youth Commission from a camp that I went to, HSLA. They all sent out emails to all the kids that went there. And one thing that I want to bring and learn from this is more leadership skills, but also getting the youth involved in more things than just staying in school and keeping in school, and that's it. Getting them involved in the community and having better opportunities for us past high school.
Okay, so my name is Perla Soto, and I go to Highland Park High School, and I'm a senior. I first heard about this group of people because my teacher was like, hey, I know you're stressed, but I know you can make a great impact if you join this organization. So with a million things at my table, I'm like, great, I'm gonna add this on my resume. And well, I really learned a lot that these adults really want our youth to hear us out, hear our opinions. Sorry, I'm so nervous. And that I do believe Topeka can be something greater than it already is. And since I've been here almost all my life, I want it to change because it can become something great and we can make that happen. So
Okay, I'm Ashton Korber. I go to Highland Park and I am a sophomore. Okay, so I learned about the Youth Commission through my school. My teacher sent me an email about it. He's like, you're a really great leader. You're into a lot of stuff. I feel like this would be really great for you. I feel like you'd love it. I looked at it at first and I was kind of like, I don't know much about this stuff. And I filled out anyways after I learned more about it. And something I've learned from here is just how to speak out and how to speak in front of people. Like me a couple months back would not be doing this right now without freaking out basically. And so I just kind of learned that and just learned that people want to hear your voice. They want to know what you're thinking. They don't want you to keep quiet. They just want to know and they ask you if you talk out or if you speak out. So
Hey, my name is Thorne Osborne, and I go to Washington Rural. I'm a sophomore, and the way I figured out, the way I found out about this group was via email. My school counselor, they send this email about this youth commission to everybody, and I thought it was a pretty cool thing. And this was around about the end of January, and like I kind of forgot about it though, and like a couple of weeks later, like I saw the email again, and I was like, oh, I really want to join this, and like I realized that the applications were like it was already closed, so I had to send an email about like them like reopening it just so I could like send one in, and like I was accepted, and yeah, like it was a pretty cool thing. I was pretty lucky. Yeah, and like the thing that I want to like bring into this commission is I guess like my persistence and all that, like if I like want something, like I wouldn't like really hesitate to like get it. So like yeah, like these guys like want me to like get something, like I'll do it. Yeah, and like the reason why I joined this commission was like I've always been interested in politics, and like I subscribe to it and all that, and like I do sometimes like really informal like debates about politics online and all that. Yeah, and like I feel like this will be a really good learning experience, and like I will like learn everything about politics, and possibly like grow up like from here and all that, and yeah, I'm really excited.
Hey guys, sorry to say to cut it short, but if you could just get up, say we have a council meeting.
Cool. So my name is Eva Noble, and I am a junior at Seaman High School.
Awesome. That was you. Love that energy.
Hi, my name is Joe Phillips, and I'm a sophomore at Washburn Rule. And by the way, it's also my birthday, so.
Sorry. Hi, my name is Carla Navarrete. I'm a sophomore and I go to Washburn Rural High School.
I'm Kristen Hines, and I'm a junior at Shawnee Heights, and I'm just looking forward to being a voice and also informing my peers about what I'm involved in, maybe inspire them a little.
Hi, I'm Aditi Malay, and I'm a junior at Washburn Rural High School.
Hi, I'm Isabel Hernandez, and I'm a junior at Topeka High School.
Hello, my name is Irene Carcioni, and I am a junior at Topeka High School.
So before we adjourn, I want all of you guys that are sitting down to stand up and turn around and look at Melissa and say a huge thank you and just acknowledge her for all the things that she did. All right, well, thank you guys for being here. Just so that you all know, the meeting is going to start at 6 o'clock, and the people that want to stay, you can stay, watch how we operate, and get to watch your government in action. Thank you so much for being here.